Welcome to Healing Heart Talks. Today, we explore the profound concept of the old soul through the fascinating lens of neurological processing architecture. Have you ever felt completely out of sync with the fast-paced world around you, as if you belong to another time entirely? This feeling is not mystical. It is a profound cognitive dissonance rooted deeply in how your unique neurological processing architecture functions daily. Old souls possess a highly specialized information processing system designed to dive deep into the underlying currents of reality rather than skimming. While the majority of people effortlessly skim the surface of reality, seeking and receiving instant neural rewards from shallow, quick interactions constantly. Your mind, however, is constantly plunged into the depths, trapped in an endless cycle of profound analysis and deep and contextual understanding always. You automatically register the slightest micro changes in the tone of a voice, capturing the unspoken tensions that others completely fail to notice. Every casual conversation becomes a complex matrix of hidden meanings, emotional undercurrents, and subtle nonverbal signals that your brain compulsively processes deeply. This relentless depth of processing requires an enormous amount of mental energy, leading to a unique kind of profound, lingering exhaustion daily. The profound fatigue you often experience is rarely born from physical overexertion. Rather, it stems directly from constant, intense cognitive friction. Cognitive friction occurs when your highly calibrated mind is forced to interact with environments and situations that demand shallow, superficial engagement constantly. You are constantly forced to downgrade your processing power just to match the fast, shallow, and repetitive conversations of modern social life. This continuous act of downshifting your natural cognitive depth causes your mental battery to drain at an incredibly rapid, unsustainable pace. It is no wonder that after a seemingly normal day of socializing, you feel completely depleted, requiring extensive periods of absolute silence. Your natural tendency towards silence and careful observation is frequently misunderstood by society, leading to unfair judgments and painful social alienation often. People often misread your quietness as arrogance, social anxiety, or cold detachment, failing entirely to understand your rich internal cognitive world. In reality, your silence is merely the natural reflex of a highly efficient brain, actively rejecting low-value, superficial, and draining exchanges. Your neurological architecture simply refuses to waste precious processing power on trivial matters, preferring instead to engage with profound, meaningful substance. While others thrive on the quick hits of small talk, your system demands the rich, sustaining nourishment of deep, authentic, complex connection. This brings us to the fascinating concept of predictive processing, a core neurological framework that perfectly explains the old soul's unique experience. Your brain is exquisitely calibrated for long-term patterns, deep historical context, and profound sensory resonance, acting like a highly advanced supercomputer. You naturally perceive the world through a lens of deep time, recognizing repeating cycles and underlying truths that others completely miss. However, when this advanced predictive system confronts the fragmented, chaotic, and hyperspeed reality of the modern world, severe problems inevitably arise. Your finely tuned predictive system encounters constant errors as it tries to make sense of a world driven by shallow, unpredictable chaos. These continuous prediction errors lead directly to a chronic state of hypervigilance, underlying anxiety, and profound, inescapable neurological stress daily. Your brain is locked in a perpetual state of red alert, desperately trying to map patterns onto a fundamentally patternless, chaotic environment. This is precisely why you feel an overwhelming magnetic pull towards quiet environments, nature, and spaces that offer predictability and profound peace. In these serene spaces, your predictive processing system can finally relax, free from the exhausting demand of constantly updating chaotic, fragmented inputs. You find immense comfort in the slow, ancient rhythms of nature, which perfectly align with your deep, profound neurological processing architecture. Living with this unique neurological setup in a world that values speed over depth often leads to profound self-doubt and painful isolation. You may have spent years wondering if something is fundamentally broken within you, simply because you cannot function like everyone else does. But the core message you must internalize is this: you are not broken, weak, or flawed in any way whatsoever. Truly, you are a highly calibrated, profoundly sensitive instrument operating in an environment specifically designed to cause intense, continuous cognitive dissonance daily. The deep solitude that you constantly crave is not a sign of depression or antisocial behavior. It is a vital biological necessity. Solitude is the essential environment required for your complex neurological system to initiate self-repair, process accumulated data, and restore vital energy. Without these crucial periods of withdrawal, your system would simply overload, leading to severe burnout, profound anxiety, and complete physical exhaustion. When you finally embrace your unique architecture, you unlock the ability to channel your profound depth into extraordinary creativity and deep insight. Your capacity for deep empathy, complex problem solving, and profound understanding is a rare gift that the modern world desperately needs today. By curating your environment and seeking out genuine, high-value connections, you can create a life that honors your old soul's profound needs. You do not have to force yourself to skim the surface. You have the right to dive deep and demand profound substance. Embrace your cognitive friction as a sign of depth, not a symptom of dysfunction. Your old soul is a beautiful, complex masterpiece. When you align your life with your neurological reality, the exhaustion fades, replaced by a quiet, enduring strength and profound, lasting peace. Your profound insights, born from deep processing, have the power to create meaningful ripples of change in a superficial, fast-paced world. You are the anchor in the storm, the one who sees the underlying currents when everyone else is distracted by the crashing waves. Honor your need for silence. Protect your energy fiercely. Celebrate the profound depth of your unique, beautifully complex neurological processing architecture always. Thank you for joining Healing Heart Talks.
Thank you for joining.
Remember, your old soul is a gift. Embrace your depth.
Take care of yourself.
And find peace in your unique journey. Let us delve deeper into how this unique processing architecture actually experiences the flow of time differently from the vast majority of people. While the modern world operates on a frantic, hyper-accelerated timeline, Your internal clock is fundamentally set to a much slower, deliberate rhythm. You require time to absorb, to digest, and to fully integrate experiences, refusing to rush through life's moments simply to check a box. This slower processing speed is not a deficit. It is the necessary prerequisite for achieving profound comprehension and genuine, lasting emotional depth. In tasks that require meticulous attention, deep empathy, or complex systemic understanding, your neurological architecture absolutely excels beyond all standard measures. You do not simply gather information. You synthesize it, weaving disparate threads of data into a rich, comprehensive tapestry of profound understanding. Your mind is like a vast, ancient library, constantly organizing and cross-referencing new experiences with a deep, expansive historical and emotional context. This is why you often find yourself deeply moved by art, music, or literature that captures the complex, tragic, and beautiful human condition. You resonate with expressions of profound depth because they mirror the complex, multi-layered reality that your own brain continuously processes every day. Your intense emotional responses are not dramatic overreactions. They are the accurate, calibrated output of a highly sensitive, deeply processing neurological system. Because you feel things so deeply, you offer an unparalleled level of authentic empathy and profound understanding to those who are suffering. You act as a steady lighthouse in the chaotic storms of other people's lives, offering profound groundedness and deep, stabilizing wisdom always. However, to maintain this profound capacity to support others, you must learn the absolute necessity of fiercely protecting your own energetic boundaries. Setting boundaries is not an act of rejection. It is an act of profound self-preservation, essential for maintaining your delicate neurological balance. You must actively shield your processing system from unnecessary draining inputs, allowing yourself the vital space to recharge and deeply recalibrate daily. Simplifying your environment, reducing digital noise, and intentionally curating your social circle are profound acts of self-care for the old soul. By deliberately silencing the constant chaotic chatter of the modern world, you create the necessary silence for your profound inner voice. In this intentional silence, your deeply analytical mind can finally rest, shifting from exhausting hypervigilance to a state of profound restorative flow. Practices that ground you in your physical body, like mindful movement or deep breathing, help soothe your overactive, profoundly predictive processing system. Conscious deep breathing acts as a powerful neurological reset button, signaling to your brain that it is safe to finally relax deeply. Engaging in simple, repetitive, and nurturing tasks provides a profound, soothing rhythm that counters the chaotic unpredictability of modern daily life. These grounding activities allow your profound cognitive machinery to shift into a low-power, restorative mode, healing the accumulated friction and daily exhaustion. Embracing slow, deliberate forms of communication and expression honors your neurological need for profound depth, authentic connection, and careful, thoughtful articulation. You do not need to keep up with the frantic pace of instant messaging. Your profound words deserve the time to be felt. When you finally stop apologizing for your profound depth and begin to honor your unique processing architecture, everything in your life transforms. The heavy burden of cognitive friction lifts, revealing a profound, quiet strength and a deep, unshakable sense of profound inner peace always. You realize that your old soul is not a burden to carry, but a profoundly beautiful, highly evolved instrument of deep perception. Your deep processing, your profound empathy, and your intense need for authentic connection are the very qualities that make you incredibly precious. By embracing your true nature, you naturally attract those rare individuals who genuinely appreciate and match your profound level of neurological depth. These deep, authentic connections become the profound, sustaining nourishment that your complex neurological architecture has been desperately seeking all your life. Like an ancient tree with deep, expansive roots, you stand firm and profoundly grounded, even amidst the chaotic, swirling storms of modern life. You draw your profound strength from the depths, finding rich, sustaining meaning in places where others simply lack the capacity to look. Your profound perspective allows you to see the grand, overarching tapestry of existence, recognizing the deep, intricate connections that bind everything together. This profound ability to recognize deep patterns and hidden connections is the true, hidden superpower of your unique, highly advanced processing architecture. So the next time you feel profoundly exhausted by the shallow, frantic world, remember that your fatigue is a sign of your depth. Retreat into your profound silence without guilt. Allow your complex, beautiful neurological system the vital time it needs to deeply rest and repair. Honor the profound wisdom that resides deep within your old soul. It is a rare, precious gift that you must cherish and protect. Your quiet, profound presence brings a necessary, grounding depth to a world that is increasingly lost in superficial, chaotic, and frantic noise. Thank you for listening to Healing Heart Talks. May you always find profound peace, deep understanding, and genuine connection on your unique journey. Let us explore further the profound journey of self-discovery that an old soul must undertake to navigate this complex, often overwhelming modern existence. Your profound intuition acts as an internal compass, guiding your complex neurological system through the chaotic, noisy fog of daily societal expectations. Often the path that feels profoundly right to you completely contradicts the loud, superficial advice given by the fast-paced modern world around you. Choosing the less traveled path requires profound courage, as it means consciously accepting the cognitive friction that comes with defying societal norms daily. You must learn to profoundly trust your own processing architecture, even when others constantly misunderstand or harshly criticize your deep, deliberate, and slow choices. Building profound resilience does not mean becoming hardened or cynical. It means developing strong, clear boundaries that protect your delicate, deep processing system. The profound ability to say no to superficial engagements is the most powerful tool you possess to preserve your vital, deep cognitive energy. By profoundly curating your commitments, you ensure that your immense processing power is dedicated only to things that truly matter to your soul. When you direct your profound analytical mind towards your true passions, you achieve a state of flow that is
The
both deeply
complexity
restorative
makes sense.
and productive. This profound state of creative flow is the natural, healthy operating mode of your unique, highly advanced, and deeply perceptive neurological processing architecture. Your
The essence of
profound
understanding
insights,
isn't just knowing the facts,
when
but
shared
realizing how they
authentically,
all connect.
have
It's
the
deeper.
power to
See
elevate
the pattern.
conversations
Isn't just knowing the
and
facts,
inspire
but
others
realizing how they all
to
connect.
look beneath the
Look
superficial
deeper, and you'll
surface
see the
of
pattern.
reality. Your capacity for
understand what you
profound listening
I just don't know
is
what
a
to do.
rare,
We'll
transformative
figure it out
gift
together.
that
We will.
provides immense
I just don't know
healing
what to do.
to those who feel
We'll figure it out
unseen
together.
by the
You're not
fast-paced
alone.
world. When you connect with another old soul, the profound mutual understanding creates a powerful resonant bond that deeply nourishes both of your complex systems. These profound connections are rare, but they are the essential, life-giving oases in the vast, often lonely desert of the chaotic, modern world. You profoundly value authenticity over grandiosity, finding immense, deep joy in the simple, genuine moments that others often rush past without noticing. Your profound ability to find beauty in the overlooked details is a direct result of your brain's deep, meticulous, and highly sensitive processing capabilities. As you profoundly accept your nature, you learn to carry your deep, inner sanctuary with you, remaining grounded even in the most chaotic environments. You profoundly realize that your peace does not depend on the external world, but on your ability to honor your internal deep processing needs. You move through the world with profound grace, carrying the heavy weight of deep understanding without letting it crush your gentle, sensitive, beautiful spirit. Your profound strength is like a quiet, enduring mountain unmoved by the fleeting, superficial storms of society, rooted deeply in ancient, timeless, profound truths. From this profound vantage point, you can view the chaotic, frantic world with deep compassion, understanding that everyone is simply processing at their own speed. You profoundly release the painful need to be understood by everyone, finding deep, lasting peace in simply understanding and profoundly accepting your own unique self. Letting go of the profound desire to fit into a shallow mold is the ultimate act of liberation for your complex, deeply feeling neurological system. Your profound depth is not a flaw to be fixed. It is a vast, beautiful universe to be explored, cherished, and deeply, fiercely protected, always. Thank you for sharing this profound space
Finding peace
with
in
Healing Heart
imperfection
Talks.
is true self-love.
May you continue to embrace your unique
Finding
depth
peace in
and
imperfection
find
is true self-love.
lasting, profound peace. Let us
Words just
deeply
seem to
examine how this
they're
profound
coming from
neurological
somewhere else.
architecture
The
influences
rain always
the
helps.
creative
The words
process,
just seem to flow.
transforming
It's like
intense
they're coming from somewhere
cognitive
else.
friction into beautiful,
rain always
lasting,
helps.
and meaningful
The rain
artistic
always
expression.
helps.
For the old soul, profound creativity is not merely a hobby. It is a vital biological mechanism for processing and releasing immense, built-up cognitive tension. When you engage in profound creative expression, you are literally translating the overwhelming, chaotic data of the modern world into a structured, beautiful, and harmonious language. This profound translation process allows your highly calibrated predictive system to finally find the deep, meaningful patterns it constantly, desperately seeks in daily life. The tactile, profound experience of creating something tangible, grounds your complex, overactive mind, bringing your deep processing system back into a state of healthy balance. Your profound art becomes a safe, contained space where the intense cognitive friction of your daily existence can be safely explored, processed, and beautifully resolved. Through profound creation, you externalize the heavy internal burden of deep processing, experiencing a profound, healing catharsis that restores your depleted vital mental energy. Your profound creative voice is incredibly powerful because it is forged in the intense, high-pressure depths of a highly sensitive, deeply analytical, and complex mind. When others encounter your profound creations, they feel deeply seen and understood, recognizing the complex, hidden truths that you have bravely brought to the surface. Protecting your profound creative time is just as crucial as protecting your physical solitude. Both are absolute, non-negotiable necessities for your neurological health. You must learn to fiercely defend your profound, creative sanctuary from the endless, shallow demands and chaotic, draining interruptions of the fast-paced modern world. Entering a profound creative state requires a deliberate, mindful transition, allowing your complex brain to shift from stressful hypervigilance into deep, restorative, and focused flow. Embrace the profound, messy, and often slow process of creation. Your highly calibrated system requires the necessary time to weave complex, deep, and meaningful connections. Your profound attention to detail is not a hindrance. It is the very essence of your unique brilliance, allowing you to create truly extraordinary, lasting work. The profound satisfaction of completing a deep, meaningful project provides a massive, healing surge of positive neurological reinforcement, repairing the damage of daily cognitive friction. Sharing your profound work can foster deep, authentic connections with others who resonate with your complex, highly sensitive, and deeply analytical perception of the world. These profound, creative connections are built on genuine substance, providing the deep, sustaining social nourishment that your complex neurological architecture desperately requires to thrive. Nature remains the ultimate, profound source of inspiration for the old soul, offering infinite, complex patterns and deep, soothing rhythms that perfectly align with your mind. Allow your profound creative energy to flow as naturally and effortlessly as a quiet stream, deeply trusting the innate, ancient wisdom of your unique processing system. When you profoundly embrace your identity as a deep processor and a creator, you unlock a level of profound freedom that transcends the chaotic, modern world. Your profound, complex mind is a beautiful, highly evolved instrument. Nurture it, protect it, and allow its deep, resonant brilliance to shine brightly and authentically. Thank you for joining Healing Heart Talks. May your profound depth always find beautiful, meaningful expression, and may your unique, complex soul find lasting, deep peace. Let us profoundly consider how the old soul navigates the complex, often painful landscape of modern relationships, where deep processing frequently clashes with superficial expectations. The profound cognitive friction you experience daily is perhaps most acutely, painfully felt in the realm of romantic and platonic relationships within a fast-paced society. You may often find yourself sitting across from someone, profoundly realizing that while you are speaking the same language, you are communicating on entirely different frequencies. Your highly calibrated system is constantly searching for a profound, resonant frequency, a deep, authentic signal amidst the overwhelming, chaotic static of superficial modern dating. It is profoundly exhausting to continually offer your deep, complex vulnerability only to have it met with shallow distraction, superficial responses, or complete, painful misunderstanding. This repeated, profound invalidation causes your sensitive neurological architecture to instinctively initiate powerful defense mechanisms, leading you to deeply withdraw and fiercely protect your precious energy. You build profound, necessary emotional walls, not because you lack the capacity for love, but because your capacity for deep, intense feeling is simply too overwhelming. Behind those profound, protective walls, your complex system still deeply, desperately yearns for a connection that can truly match your intense, profound level of cognitive processing. Finding profound love as an old soul requires the immense, terrifying courage to selectively lower those walls for the rare individuals who demonstrate genuine, profound depth. Profound intimacy for you is not found in constant, chaotic chatter, but in the shared, comfortable, and deeply resonant silence where two complex minds truly align. You profoundly seek a partner who understands that your need for deep solitude is not a rejection of them, but a vital, biological necessity for your system. A profoundly compatible partner will naturally provide a safe, calm harbor where your highly active predictive processing system can finally power down and deeply rest. They will profoundly value your complex, deeply analytical mind, viewing your intense depth as a magnificent, beautiful asset rather than a burdensome, difficult flaw to fix. In such a profound, rare connection, the severe cognitive friction finally dissipates, replaced by a deep, sustaining resonance that profoundly nourishes both of your complex neurological architectures. Like two ancient trees with profoundly intertwined roots, you support each other deeply, silently sharing vital strength and profound emotional nourishment beneath the superficial surface. To profoundly invite this level of connection, you must first have the immense courage to completely release relationships that continually cause you severe, draining cognitive dissonance. Profoundly embrace your high standards. It is infinitely better to stand completely alone in your profound truth than to painfully compromise your complex neurological integrity. Your profound journey begins with radical, deep self-acceptance. When you profoundly love your complex, deep architecture, you naturally attract those who will profoundly love it too. Cultivate a profoundly curated circle of connection.
We're here now.
Quality will always profoundly trump quantity for a neurological system designed to process deeply rather than broadly. These profound, rare bonds become the vital, stabilizing anchors
Thank you. I really
that
needed
allow
that.
your complex, highly sensitive mind to safely navigate the chaotic,
Thank you. I really
frantic
needed that.
storms of modern existence.
And
In the
that's when I
profound
realized this
warmth
is
of
exactly where I
genuine,
need to
deep
be.
connection,
That is
your
so
old
incredibly
soul can
powerful. I never
finally
believed mine.
stop
Thank you
fiercely
so much. This is
defending
exactly
itself
where I need to be.
and
That is
begin
so
to
incredibly powerful. I know I
truly,
really believe.
profoundly,
Thank you.
and
It means
beautifully
so much.
thrive. Thank you for sharing this profound space with Healing Heart Talks. May you fiercely protect your deep energy and find the profound, authentic connections you truly deserve. Let us
I want work that
profoundly
matters.
explore how
Something
this
complex,
unique neurological
fulfilling.
processing architecture
Not just a paycheck.
navigates
I want work
the
that
modern
matters.
workplace,
Something complex,
a highly competitive
fulfilling.
environment, often
Not just a
fundamentally
paycheck.
opposed to
Complex,
deep,
fulfilling.
deliberate, and slow
Not just a
cognition.
paycheck.
The modern open plan office, with its constant chaotic interruptions and demand for frantic, superficial multitasking, is a profoundly hostile environment for your deeply analytical, highly calibrated brain. Your profound predictive processing system is constantly, painfully
I can't think with all
bombarded
this
by
noise.
irrelevant,
God, I just
chaotic
need a moment of
data,
quiet.
leading to rapid, severe
I can't think with
cognitive
all this noise.
fatigue and a profound inability
I can't think with
to
all
reach
this
deep
noise.
focus. This constant
much.
chaotic bombardment causes a profound
Just
system
too much.
overload,
System overload.
making you feel deeply
Too much.
incompetent or profoundly exhausted in
Just too
environments
much. System
where
overload.
superficial, fast-paced processing
Just too
is
much.
unfairly
System overload.
rewarded. You may profoundly find yourself desperately seeking any quiet refuge, needing vital moments of complete sensory deprivation just to reset your overwhelmed, highly sensitive, and complex neurological architecture. Furthermore, the profound cognitive friction is intensely amplified when you are forced to engage in superficial corporate politics or deeply meaningless, highly repetitive, and value-lacking administrative tasks. Your complex, highly evolved brain profoundly rebels against meaningless work, deeply craving tasks that require genuine, profound problem-solving, deep empathy, or complex, meaningful, and long-term systemic thinking. It is profoundly painful to offer a deep, carefully considered, and highly effective solution, only to have it casually dismissed for a quick, superficial, and ultimately faulty fix. To profoundly protect your neurological health, you must actively seek or bravely create work environments that genuinely respect and profoundly utilize your unique capacity for deep processing. Environments that offer profound autonomy, significant periods of uninterrupted silence, and the freedom to deeply focus are absolute, non-negotiable necessities for your unique, complex brain to thrive. When placed in a profoundly suitable environment, your ability to deeply analyze, foresee long-term consequences, and profoundly understand complex systems becomes an extraordinary, highly valuable professional superpower. You profoundly excel in roles that require deep empathy, careful strategic planning, complex creative synthesis, or profound, meaningful mentorship, where your depth is genuinely highly valued. Do not profoundly apologize for needing time to deeply process information before making a decision. Your careful, profound deliberation prevents the costly, superficial mistakes that others frequently make. Profoundly advocate for your unique neurological
I
needs.
must prioritize my recovery.
Establish firm,
I need to be clear.
unyielding boundaries around your deep
I
focus
must
time,
prioritize my recovery
and fiercely
I need to be clear.
protect your necessary periods of profound cognitive recovery daily. Your profound worth is not measured by how fast you can superficially react, but by the profound depth, immense quality, and deep meaning of the work you produce. By profoundly honoring your unique processing architecture in your career, you transform daily, exhausting cognitive friction into a source of profound, meaningful contribution and deep, lasting professional fulfillment. Thank you for joining Healing Heart Talks. May you profoundly find the courage to build a career that truly, deeply honors your unique, magnificent, and complex old soul. Let us profoundly synthesize these insights and deeply understand the ultimate, beautiful purpose of carrying this highly complex, deeply sensitive neurological architecture in a frantic, modern world. The profound cognitive friction you experience is not a curse. It is the necessary, intense pressure required to forge profound, diamond-like wisdom and deep, unshakable inner resilience always. You have profoundly developed an immense, deep, internal fortitude precisely because you have had to constantly navigate a world that is fundamentally misaligned with your complex, unique brain. This profound, hard-won resilience allows you to hold immense, deep space for the pain and complexity of others, acting as a profound, healing anchor in their chaotic storms. Your profound, ultimate purpose is to be a deep, quiet guardian of authenticity, preserving complex, nuanced truth in a society that constantly, desperately pushes for shallow, quick, and easy answers. You are a profound, living repository of deep human complexity. Your highly calibrated predictive system is designed to profoundly recognize and protect what is truly, deeply, and eternally valuable. It takes profound, immense courage to refuse to skim the surface, to profoundly insist on deep, meaningful substance when everyone else is comfortably, blindly accepting shallow, empty illusions daily. Profoundly embrace your unique, complex identity. The exhaustion you feel is the honorable, profound battle scar of a mind that bravely dares to process reality deeply and completely. Transform your profound narrative. Your deep need for solitude is not a shameful weakness. It is a highly advanced, profound biological mechanism for maintaining extreme, complex, cognitive excellence. When you profoundly align with your true nature, you tap into a deep, infinite well of quiet, enduring strength that superficial, fast-paced living can simply never, ever provide. Like a profound lotus blooming beautifully from the dark mud, your deep, complex wisdom emerges directly from the intense, chaotic friction of navigating this highly superficial, frantic, modern world. Profoundly trust your highly calibrated instrument. It is not broken. It is simply designed for a depth of profound experience that is rare, beautiful, and absolutely, deeply necessary. Thank you for profoundly
Welcome to
exploring your
Healing Heart
depth
Talks.
with Healing Heart Talks.
Embrace your radical.
May you
deep
always deeply honor
self-acceptance.
your unique, beautiful,
Welcome to Healing
and
Heart
highly
Talks.
complex
Embrace your
neurological
radical,
architecture
deep self-acceptance.
on your profound journey. Let us profoundly reflect on how this unique, deep processing architecture fundamentally shapes your perception of time, memory, and the profound, overarching narrative of your complex, beautiful human life. For you, time is not a frantic, superficial race to the finish line, but a profound, deep river to be carefully navigated, intensely felt, and completely, deeply understood. You profoundly attach immense, deep meaning to moments and objects that others casually discard, because your complex brain continuously weaves them into a vast, profound, and deeply interconnected historical tapestry. Your profound memories are incredibly rich, intensely detailed, and deeply emotional, requiring significant, quiet time to properly process, fully integrate, and profoundly understand their complex, hidden meanings. This profound need to deeply process the past is not unhealthy dwelling. It is your highly advanced neurological system performing vital, complex maintenance to ensure profound, deep emotional stability. Through this intense, profound processing, you achieve a level of deep, genuine healing and profound, complex understanding that superficial, quick fix approaches can simply never, ever provide. Your profoundly healed past becomes the incredibly rich, complex database that perfectly fuels your highly advanced predictive system, allowing you to navigate the future with profound, deep wisdom. You profoundly engage in actions that have deep, long-term, and complex consequences, finding immense, profound satisfaction in planting seeds that will beautifully bloom long after you're gone. This profound, long-term perspective naturally frees you from the exhausting, superficial, and frantic chase for instant gratification that completely plagues and deeply drains the modern, fast-paced world. You can profoundly anchor yourself in the deep, complex richness of the present moment, fully appreciating the profound, subtle beauties that a rushed, superficial mind entirely, completely misses. Profoundly embrace this beautiful, slow, and deep rhythm. Your complex, highly calibrated neurological architecture is a profound masterpiece designed for deep, enduring resonance, not frantic, superficial speed. Thank you for profoundly exploring the depths of time with Healing Heart Talks. May you always deeply honor your unique, complex rhythm and find profound, lasting peace within. As we profoundly conclude this deep exploration, let us synthesize these complex insights into a profound, practical framework for thriving with this highly sensitive, deeply processing neurological architecture. The profound
The
foundation
fundamental
of your
truth is this.
well-being
Clarity
is
is not a
radical,
luxury.
deep
It's the architecture of the
acceptance.
self.
You must profoundly
fundamental truth
stop
is this.
trying to force
Clarity
your
is not
complex,
a luxury.
deep
It's the
sea,
architecture of the
submarine mind
Clarity is not
to
a luxury.
operate like a
It's the architecture
superficial
of the self.
speedboat. profoundly curate your daily inputs with extreme, ruthless prejudice. Aggressively minimize superficial, chaotic noise and fiercely protect your complex brain from unnecessary draining and shallow cognitive friction. Intentionally design profound, mandatory periods of absolute silence into your daily routine. Treat this deep sensory deprivation as a vital, non-negotiable biological requirement, not a luxurious indulgence. Profoundly master the difficult art of the graceful no. Every time you decline a superficial, draining engagement, you are profoundly saying yes to your deep, necessary neurological health. Actively channel your immense, deep processing power into profound, complex, and meaningful creative outlets. This is how you beautifully metabolize the intense, heavy, cognitive friction of modern existence. Profoundly seek out the rare, deep resonance of other old souls. These complex, authentic connections are the vital, life-saving oases in the vast, superficial, and exhausting modern societal desert. Profoundly reframe your deep exhaustion. It is not a sign of fundamental weakness, but the honorable, profound evidence of a highly complex mind doing incredibly deep, heavy lifting daily. When you profoundly honor your unique, deep architecture, you transform from a struggling, exhausted survivor into a profoundly powerful, deeply grounded, and incredibly wise anchor for the world. You are profoundly needed. Your deep, complex empathy, your profound, long-term vision, and your unshakable, deep authenticity are the exact profound medicine this frantic, superficial world desperately requires. Profoundly step into your magnificent depth without any apology. Your highly complex, beautifully calibrated old soul is a profound, rare masterpiece. Protect it fiercely and love it deeply. Thank you for taking this profound journey with Healing Heart Talks. May you always deeply honor your complex neurological architecture and find profound, unshakable peace in your beautiful depth. As we profoundly close this deep exploration, remember that understanding your highly complex neurological architecture is only the profound, necessary first step towards deep, lasting, and genuine self-liberation. The profound, true transformation occurs when you actively, deeply apply this complex knowledge, intentionally redesigning your daily life to profoundly support, rather than constantly fight, your deep processing nature. Profoundly audit your entire existence. Ruthlessly and deeply eliminate the superficial draining elements that continuously cause unnecessary, exhausting cognitive friction within your highly sensitive, beautifully complex, and profound mind. Fiercely protect your profound attention. In a world that constantly, desperately profits from your superficial distraction, your deep, unbroken focus is a profound, incredibly powerful act of rebellion. Profoundly invest your immense deep energy only where it is genuinely
We'll get through
deeply
this together.
reciprocated.
I understand.
Do not waste your complex, highly
Feeling so much
calibrated
to hear you say
processing
that.
power on
Always.
superficial,
We'll get through this
one-sided,
together.
or profoundly
We'll get through
draining
this
interactions.
together.
Profoundly drop the
I'm done
exhausting,
hiding.
heavy
This is
mask
me, the whole beautiful,
of
messy
superficial
piece of it.
normalcy.
Yes, that's it.
It requires far too much
I'm done
vital,
hiding.
deep,
This is
cognitive
me, the whole
energy
beautiful, messy truth of it.
to pretend to be
Yes,
shallow
that's
when
it.
your very nature
Yes,
is
that's
profound.
it.
When you profoundly stand firm in your deep, complex truth, you naturally, automatically filter out the chaotic noise and profoundly attract the deep, meaningful substance you so desperately crave. Profoundly love your highly complex, easily exhausted, deeply feeling, and incredibly beautiful mind. It is a profound, rare, evolutionary gift designed to deeply perceive the hidden truths. Profoundly allow yourself to move slowly. Your deep, complex rhythm is not a delay. It is the necessary, profound tempo required to create a life of immense, deep masterpiece. Your profound depth is your greatest, most beautiful asset. When you deeply align your life with your complex neurological reality, your profound potential becomes truly, beautifully, and infinitely limitless. Profoundly embrace the beautiful, complex friction. It is the deep, intense fire that continuously forges your profound resilience, your deep empathy, and your incredibly rare, highly valuable ancient wisdom. Thank you
You are
for
not too
profoundly
much.
exploring your
Embrace
beautiful
the
depth
beautiful complexity
with
of your
healing heart
sensitive
talks. May you always deeply
You are not
honor
too
your
much.
highly complex mind
Embrace the beautiful complexity
and find
of your
profound,
sensitive heart.
lasting peace on your journey. As we profoundly part ways, let this deep, resonant truth settle completely into your highly complex, beautifully sensitive neurological architecture. You are profoundly exactly as you are meant to be. Take a profound, deep breath. Profoundly release the heavy, exhausting burden of trying to superficially fit in. You are a profoundly deep ocean in a world obsessed with shallow puddles. Profoundly open your eyes to the immense, deep beauty of your highly complex, analytical mind. Your profound depth is a rare, magnificent, and desperately needed gift to this frantic world. Soar profoundly above the chaotic, superficial noise. Trust the deep, complex, and highly advanced predictive currents of your magnificent, beautifully calibrated, and profoundly deep neurological processing system always. Carry this profound, deep truth with you always. Your highly complex, easily exhausted old soul is a profound masterpiece. Protect it fiercely, nurture it deeply, and love it completely. Thank you for
joining
sharing
us
this
on this journey of
profound,
healing.
deep space
May you
with
find
Healing
peace.
Heart Talks. May your
Thank you
complex,
for joining us on
beautiful
this journey
old
of
soul
healing.
always
May
find
you
profound
find
peace, deep understanding, and
May you
genuine,
find
lasting,
peace.
authentic connection everywhere.